This is nerve-wracking if you're a player or if you're a spectator. One frag is close through temperature. A double here. A triple from Nitro. It's a 2 versus 1. And this is going to be all on Hiko here. He's got to dodge Hunter's Fury if he wants any chance to survive. He's going to manage it. It's Sova on Sova, Laz.
Sova on Sova, both are so low, and Hiko 27 HP with Frothy being down to 6, and he gets the spray, but there's not going to be enough time. And we're going to OT.
This is going to OT.
Now, this is all down to the post-plant situation. They're going to have to come alive, leaving it only just down to 2. Hiko and also Dicey. Hiko goes for double, and now it's all down to him. This is going to have to be a quad kill for him to pull things through, keep them alive. He's able to get the triple, and he doesn't know where the last player is. Alexander, he's creeping these guys.
Ring around the rosies. Ring around the rosies, and he's creeping out. Hiko, he doesn't know. He's got no intel at all.
Oh, and he's using the Hunter's Fury, and that's a good way to beat the time, and he makes the
No
connection.
way.
Clutch Master
No way.
Hiko.
How does he do that?
Game. Yeah, you know, and honestly, in my opinion, I feel like this map is pretty difficult on the defensive side, because as soon as you lose one of those players, it kind of opens up an avenue to, you know, make it even harder for you to hold things down. When you lose that one player, it just really creates another big puzzle.
You're right. It's a lot of gambles, isn't it? You're rolling the die every time you go for that defense, and you can't really shake a stick at where you go. It's just trying to clutch out. We've had Nitro as that pillar. Hiko just playing on the lurk on the rotation. But enough of 100 Thieves. Let's focus on Moon Raccons here. The way they're playing these rounds, they're so patient. They're still in their spawn.
Yeah, they're completely just posting up, you know, having a bit of a picnic. They're like, you know what? Let's just hang out here at C. I don't want to really do too much. I want to just grab myself an orb and, you know, have a little bit of an appetizer.
Chilling, man. Chilling like a villain. And hopefully the villain is going to be Mr. Fiend's fight. Not able to land the frag. A little bit of damage inflicted on Steel. But in comes the support. The cavalry. It's the Bladestorm in the support of 100 Thieves. But it's not going to land a frag.
Yeah, and you could actually see that was Dicey that was using the updraft, trying to get the ultimate of Jet to connect those knives, but actually does a lot of damage against the Omen, but not enough damage to make it worthwhile. So now the Omen from Moon Raccons already in this site, and Asuna spamming away the ghost, and he's able to get that frag. So this is a very good start already. The Molotov comes in. This could be a problem, and now he's able to land it. So temperature, it's too hot for him because he's going to fall. So now it's a 3-on-5 situation.
They haven't even got into sight yet, lads. Talk of that. Speak of the devil, we do have some company in sight. So many players in Heaven and Connector. This is going to be a really difficult hold here. The spike had gone down. We've got 8 seconds. And this is not looking good at all. It's one player left. It's Reyna. It's Alexander. And
Alexander's going to fall to Dicey. Lands the one shot with the Sheriff. This cowboy, he's here to play, and he's in town. And finally, 100 Thieves, they respawn back in interesting fashion. Might need to ask for some change, but you know, speaking of change, Nitro now going to be starting things off and actually getting that first frag in back of Long C. Does take down the one member that did have the spike, but they're easily being able to retrieve it. And having an Omen at the C site, this is a good position because, you know, you can use the ability to block off the Long C. And now this makes it a bit more of an issue. Barfobi going to be landing the Hunter's Fury, taking down Steel. And now they're completely split apart.
They are split in two, to be precise. There's 4 versus 4. Nitro, he's anchored down, and Bladestorm coming through Mr. Fiend. It's going to do him in. It's a 4 versus 3.
Yeah, look at 100 Thieves. They're completely backed up just in the defender side spawn. But Moon Raccons, again, they have the site control, and then all of a sudden they're just like, I'm out of here. We're gonna go to a new area. Like, don't really like this place, so let's move to a new one.
Recalculating Root, recalculating Root. Got the GPS on prompt there. Sooner is going to shut it down, though, somehow on that quick rotation. I think they're getting the read, lads. They've done this a couple of rounds, and you can't keep repeating the same play. Look, they're going back for another round. Where are they going?
Around the world we go, and Asuna just picking them apart one by one, and now there's only 12 seconds left. The spike about to be planted. And Alexander going to be falling, so that's
no.
Hiko. Hunter's Fury, and it's becoming more of an issue, so it's just leaving the time. It's running low, but they're not able to get the spike down, so that's going to be another round from 100 Thieves, and that's just baiting the clock. Typically on this, on this map on Haven, we definitely see a little bit slower setups. And, they really are just trying to pick a feel on what they can find, look for that quick frag if they can. but they put a little bit more attention towards B now. We haven't seen a full commitment yet, so this will be the test. Sooner they will be stuck in the side of A-Link, and then also with Hiko just on the other. And now this is going to be coming in, swarming through, and Asuna only able to take down one, but Hiko, he's going to have to play this cool. And the spike will be planted, making this the 4-on-4 again.
Mr. Fiend having no problems after that operator nerf. Say what you will, making it happen. And 100 Thieves, they're in a sticky situation here. Hiko just spraying and praying, hopefully. Dicey trading in, and Fiend picking up another op frag. So 3 versus 3, we're back at even playing. And
Hiko able to find the backup trophy, so that is a big frag. And he was being a good diversion, but now pushing through. And now you can see the barrel, the operator, but he takes him down, making it back to the 1-on-1. Alexander versus Hiko. Hiko's sticking it. He's halfway. But Alexander is going to be peeking wide, and he's going to win that duel. Moon Raccons keep it going 4-2. Yeah, this is looking like 100 Thieves. They just don't have quite the coordination that we were expecting yet, but still early on. We're only on 6 rounds so far. Only 2 down behind to tie things up.
Early picks working out well on the side of Moon Raccons. Still got the spike in hand, and just moseying on down, making 100 Thieves a little bit nervous and shaking at the knees here. Just see Asuna, he's on that slow rotate, but he's just not sure, is he? They played so many rotations last minute. It's so hard to read where Moon Raccons are going.
Yeah, and they honestly change their game plan all the time. I mean, it just seems like they always decide to go into the site, and then they're like, you know what? I'm actually going to go somewhere else now. You know, it's just a little bit too hot here. But now the execute's coming through, so Asuna will be stuck inside of Heaven. And he's going to be the one player that is close, and Hiko going to be pushing his way up to Heaven also. But the spike will be finally planted. They fully commit to this, and now that will be the Killjoy ult, so that's going to have to push the attackers back. And Asuna finally able to make something work. He's looking for more, spots another. Now he knows that there is at least 2 members going to be stuck inside of Long. This is going to be a big play from Steel. He's able to get the double, making it the triple, and now it's just down to Rebo. A 1-on-3 situation, but it's a little too late as the spike, it gets diffused. But now you're going to see that actually is a bit of a different change in the economy side of things here for the attackers as well. They are going to have just the sheriffs and only having the one Marshall, which will be in the hands of Alexander.
Yeah, hoping for a dream there. In the scout knife surf. No, that's going to be the wrong game, and it's not going to work in this one. Coming through super hot. It's going to be Nitro to the 3K. Hiko following up, and 4-4 is the score. This is more like it. Really got to bear in mind. And these rifles working out so far. 400 speed. This swarm though, this looks like it could be an overwhelming one for Nitro. Grabbing one, headshot it will be, and he's going to grab one through the blind as well. So stepping up big time, not going to be enough though.
Not going to be enough, but a very valiant effort. That's a good hold. And now Asuna not able to fulfill the destiny, and so Moon Raccons going to keep things going. But nonetheless, 4-5. Moon Raccons still keeping things going, making things interesting, keeping the 1-round lead. And we're getting closer and closer to switching things over to that second half. And now another gun round comes through. The on is going to be in the hands of Dicey, and that's going to be a Dicey frag as he's able to pick up one already, starting things hot.
Man, that was super tight. Insanely crazy frag. And talking to crazy frags, not seeing the feed. Asuna picking up 2 with a headshot, Fiend returning fire. And it is going to put 100 Thieves in that pole position here. It's the 4 versus 2 again.
Back to the 4-on-2, so this is a difficult position to be in. I mean, both Fiend and Alexander, they need to find some players. They need to isolate these 100 Thieves so that they can equalize the situation back into a favorable situation. Because right now, we see the mini-map, they're going to be pinching through, and Dicey able to land the frag, leaving it just down to Fiend. Now a big task indeed, but Nitro puts the nail to the coffin, making things back to a 5-5. Yeah, lots of experience, and I mean, we don't even have to give these guys really an introduction. We know a lot of their history, but Counter-Strike background playing together, but now getting ready, Moon is ready to hit this site once more. Now they're going to be having that full site control, and Asuna trying to use the run it back, but he's not able to make anything work. Hiko trying to land the Hunter's Fury, and he's able to connect it. So now that's a problem for Moon Raccons. They don't even have the spike down yet, but they're pushing through A-Link, but Hiko finds another, looking to get another, and it's just a clean, easy pickup.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy for 100 Thieves. The way they made it look, at least, with that spray down and Blaze Storm coming through in support. Hiko legends on the rifle and putting all that hype to work there. Not just blowing smoke where it's not due. 6-5 the score. Finally, that's going to put 100 Thieves in the lead. I think that's the first time in this map, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we definitely haven't seen 100 Thieves be in the lead. I mean, we always saw Moon Raccons. They got everything tied up. And then they claw their way, a little bit of scratches. They get that 1-round lead, and then 100 Thieves always just seem to fight back. But this is going to be a big test. The final gun round from both teams and double operators for both Steel and Dicey. And Dicey, he's 9-6. I mean, the frags aren't the highest on the scoreboard, but he's definitely been a big nuisance for Moon Raccons.
He's getting key frags though, isn't he, Laz? He's not landing every frag in the server. He's just getting the entry, backing off like we did see a couple of rounds ago with the up, and we've commented, and very much worth a comment. 9 frags, not about the number, it's about what kind of frags that you are going to be hitting. Not even hit the minute mark yet, and still 10 players in the server, edging their way towards the end of this first half, and you can feel the tension.
Nitro, a bit of a sketchy little bit of a shooting there, but now this is actually looking very good from Moon Raccons, because what they've done is taken garage control, but now even Long C, they're going to be able to push in. Leaving it just down to Steel and Dicey. Steel going to be giving up the operator for the Vandal. It's a 2-on-3, and the HP from the Jet of Moon Raccons is low. So this isn't out of the question, but they need to make something work. Steel has his ultimate ready to go. He's definitely going to be activating it right now, so time is ticking here for Moon Raccons.
Tick tock, tick tock. Goes the clock there. Killjoy counting down time. Still Dicey. They've got to make a move soon. That spike. How much time have they got left? It's got to be low.
And that play and that positioning from Temperature was so big because he was just on the outside of it, so they might not expect it, but Steel reads him like a book, and now it's just completely falling apart, and the spike's getting defused, and
oh my God.
100 Thieves! They pull it through with the 2-round lead.
Did you see what was happening there from Moon Raccons? They're going for that shock dart bounce. It was a fancy play, and a fancy play is not going to get it done today against 100 Thieves. Noble effort there from Moon Raccons, but that bounce is not going to cut the mustard. Love to see that one afterwards, because that was a really noble attempt.
There's a lot of things to say about that round. I mean, the smokes were so perfect, and I mean, Nitro, the fact that, pros don't fake, like, he just stuck it, and he just put full reliance on his teammate, and Steel doing such a good job just to hold things down. But now we're on the second half. For anybody just tuning in, it is 100 Thieves versus Moon Raccons. Map number 1 of the best of 3 for the first strike tournament here at Nerd Street Gamers.
The communication, you can see the level of comms in the server, especially in the 100 Thieves side. Moon Raccons, though, they're at their punching weight, holding their own. And this pistol round, this is super important. If they land this, maybe, just maybe, they could get that couple lead advantage that they need.
And it really does look like 100 Thieves are getting ready to just completely take the site. They're grouped up, they're in the cubby, ready to make things work. But not going to be too adventurous yet. And Steel, he's actually just posted up, so he's waiting to see if he can find a rotator. And lots of time for them to work with. They don't need to do anything yet. Still a minute left. And we don't even see any over-aggression yet from the defensive side.
Not at all. No one given an inch of skin. Talking of that, though, Temperature, bam, blowing the thermometer up, taking the head off of one of the members of 100 Thieves, and that's going to be the 5 versus 4. They're still going to get the spike down, though. So that trade-off, spike for a player, not a bad trade-off at all.
Yeah, give me a pixel. Temperature lands the corner shot onto Steel. But that's a lot of information. But no, the positioning. The Jet, which is going to be Fiend, he could find them at the right time, but his teammates need to push through. He's able to find one, goes for more, he's able to win that, so taking down Dicey and Hiko. He's spamming as fast as he can, and it's just leaving it all down to Nitro, all by him lonesome. He's going to have to make something work, but it's not going to matter, and there's still plenty of time for the spike to be defused. So Moon Raccons not giving up without a fight.
Mr. Fiend coming through on the flank there. Those ghost kills, man. Putting his enemies in body bags and just clambering his way up Long C, lads. I didn't think he was going to make it. I honestly did not think he was going to make it in time. Mental stuff here, and this is the best of 3 that you're looking at here. So map number 1 is going to be Haven. I know we've got Bind in the works as well. This one, probably one of the most popular and common maps around since Alpha, I do believe, Haven.
Gotta love me some Haven.
I do, man. Love the work of the three sides, and loving what we're seeing so far from the boys at 100 Thieves and from Moon Raccoons. Lots of VODs were watched, I'm sure, if you're the IGL of Moon Raccoons.
Yeah, a lot of good experience as well. I mean, they didn't have a, solidified 5, but definitely been participating in the tournaments, and that makes a big difference also. Now they're actually... That's a good start already. I mean, look at these frags back and forth on short A, and now this is looking a bit dicey, and Temperature able to find another one also.
Just 2 players remain of 100 Thieves, so they really have to be the best pickpocket in town if they're going to make this one work. Nitro with the Sheriff, getting it queued up, that potential peek at short, but nothing is going to be found in sewers, so they're going to edge forward.
I really like this positioning from Fiend, and also they're actually playing back and long, and that's going to be Nitro get the trade, so leaving it with Fiend to be ready to go. He's in the site, so he's creeping his way. He hasn't given up the position yet, but now he's spraying. He finally makes the connection. And now equalizing this game back to 7-7.
Ooh, spray and pray, and you saw a bit of BM shooting the body of Nitro. Not sure if that's going to get him onto that next level, perhaps. 7-7. What's this game going to do? We're not too sure the theme so far. It's been so neck and neck. Literally round for round, pound for pound here. I wonder if we're going to see maybe some more operator plays from Dicey in the form of the attacking here. Or the defending, I should say.
Yeah, it makes it kind of tough. Like, I feel like on the attacking side, like, especially with all the changes that's happened with the operator, it's not as easy as it was before, but... I'm no statistic expert or anything like that, but I mean, based on from what I know and my rank, we'll keep that anonymous. But that's what that's how I feel. I just can't make shots work when I'm on that attacking side. But speaking of attacking, 100 Thieves, on B site, that's some free real estate, but it's going to be very costly. And now the spike actually going to fall. They're not even able to get this planted. And this should be an easy round, leaving it only just down to Steel. He's just looking to see what he can find, and that's going to be nothing.
Trying to rob a frag at the end. Not going to happen with the Sheriff. The Sheriff is going to be asked to retire, and 8-7's the score. So, if you're in the mind of Moon Raccoons now, I've got a question for you, lads. A hypothetical always. How are you going to be feeling at this point? You're 8-7 up against 100 Thieves. You know the kind of players you're playing against. What's the play? You just got to be cool, calm, collected. Do you go for those crazy plays? How do you play against people with so much experience?
Yeah, and I think that's going to, and I don't even know if they're even considering that as a factor right now. I mean, they're probably feeling really excited that they're doing quite well against a well-experienced team in various FPS titles. But it will be interesting to see. I mean, there's only going to be no ultimates on the side of 100 Thieves, but only just having Temperature ready to use his. But that's even a difficult ultimate to use in certain situations. It's great for information, but depending on the execute.
Spicy, just seeing if he's going to be gifted anything through the garage door, but nothing coming so far. Would love to see some more use of the Omen here in the form of Nitro. Just chucking those abilities through in garage could be so OP. Mr. Temperature, though, talking of Omen. Look at this close angle. This could be deadly.
Yeah, Temperature is getting ready. He's actually stuck just inside the corner. He's using the paranoia. He's able to land that. So that's a stinger. Already comes in full commencement, but he's only able to take down one. And now Alexander replies back with his teammate Rebo. A 2-on-2 situation. Both Steel and Hiko already going to be hightailing their way out of this C site. So they're going to be able to have any pick they want, either B or A, if they wish. And really, they should be going for the A, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Exactly it. I was about to say, lads, they're taking a play out the playbook of Moon Raccoons and going for that full rotation station and let them come into the hands of the 100 Thieves into their stomping ground. Here we go. C play it will be, and a full rotation all the way from C from both of those defending players. So extra pressure checking so many corners. They don't have much time.
Not a lot of time to work with, but they're going to group up together. They're going to try to play, getting those trades at least. Both Hiko and Steel maybe a little bit of ways from each other, but close enough. Steel going to be holding forward on A tower in heaven. The spike is ticking. And I'm kind of wondering, they might not look like they really want to go for this, and I'm wondering why.
I was thinking of them going for exit, just the way they were playing, lads, and maybe they've been watching the VODs like, hey, Hiko's always in the like, no, thank you. I do not want to end up in his crosshairs or in the VOD, but yeah, I think that was worth a go. You could have at least traded one in, it would have put it to the 1-on-1. It's 2 versus 2 for goodness sake, at least give it a go. You've got a round in hand as well, so yeah, that's a bit of a head scratcher. Nonetheless, though, scratching your head, scratch your head in a different way. Getting the thoughts, getting the strats with the IGL of Moon Raccons, and for that matter, the IGL of 100 Thieves. 8-8. They can't outplay each other. They can't outfrag each other. It's been such a duel. What way is this going to go?
And now Mr. Fiend is going to be having the operator in his hands, ready, posted up at long A, but doesn't spot any of the players as they were able to just cross. That was the smoke from the jet on the 100 Thieves side. So they're already up into A sewer, so they have a lot of control already without meeting any contention yet.
Perhaps this could be the play from Mr. Fiend. We have seen some aggression there from 100 Thieves, just trying to get a feel out for the round and see what's going on. And this off angle, it could be deadly. I wonder if I was going to come on A. I haven't seen too much A play here, aside from that round just gone from 100 Thieves.
And you can spot the shoulder, and that's Asuna. He's getting a little bit cheeky. He's like, I got a feeling my spidey senses are tingling. And 100 Thieves still undecided. They're not really committing to anything yet. Steel gonna post things up into sewers, where the rest of the members, they're actually still all the way in the back of C lobby, getting ready for potentially a C execute now.
It does look like the C play, and they're going right down to the wire here. 28 seconds, no time for mistakes at all. And talking of rotations, how are you going to rotate? It's such a late play. Oh, he goes Utter Fury as well, so this aggression, this could be deadly, guys. Look.
Oh, it's already falling apart at 100 Thieves. They ran into the trap. Now Alexander just needs to stay alive as long as possible. Rebo able to help him out also. And now that should be the mop-up. Hiko, he does clutches, but this one is just not in store. And Moon Raccons keep it going with one round, 9-8.
Boy, oh boy. Man for the clutch, but that one just ended up to be a little too much for Hiko. Some more frag reels to come, I'm sure, though. Again, where you are, Nerd Street Gamers, putting this on here with Laz_TV and at the Coach 101 for first strike qualifiers here. Obviously, Valorant is what you're watching. 100 Thieves having a tough time here against Moon Raccons. And if I was one to put a suggestion who would be the game winner here, it wouldn't be Moon Raccons. It wouldn't at all. Outstanding performance so far.
Both teams really going down to the wire, especially on map number 1 of a best of 3. And that's the beauty of being in the top 32 now from the 128 teams that we've seen so far. Mexican comes through, and that's going to be the paranoid to connect, and now they're stuck completely in the pathway. That's Dicey trying to land the knights, but he's just not able to land them at all. That dish is too big for him, and now Alexander just going to be posted up on the logs. This is an expensive round for Moon Raccons. I mean, they're losing a lot of members, but now it is just down to Hiko. He's got the ghost. Doesn't have a lot more to work with on the side of utilities. Burned everything. The recon ready in 12 seconds. The spike. It's down in the corridors of the garage. And the positioning from Fiend is so strong because now he actually misses that shot. So Alexander, it's your turn to pull things through. Hiko not able to get it through. But a very good round from 100 Thieves.
That was a cracking round, considering where things were at. I think it was down to maybe a 4 versus 2, was it? Hiko still able to turn that one round, and economy damage is essential, especially with new changes that I just got into the game as well, making if you are survivor of the plant on the attack or the defense, and you don't get anything done, you're only going to get 1,000 creds. So talking of that, yeah, you've really got to be careful. Think about when you're risking your weapon, and that 100 Thieves putting so many Moon Raccons in the body bags, it's a round worthy of a mention.
A valiant effort from 100 Thieves. I mean, considering what they had, they made a lot of damage commence. That's not what you always see, and you know, using the drone to bait the tripwire is definitely one of the plays we always see, of course, but something we noticed obviously at the higher levels. But either way, now full weapons across the board for both teams. having the one operator in the hands of Dean, and he's going to be fully blind, so he's going to try to see if he can fall back, but he's actually going to still try to play. He's ready on just the other side of the smoke. They don't know he's here.
Oh no! Not like this.
He misses the shot. No! You need to hit those. And now it's only just down to the two, Alexander and also the Sova player, to hold things through, to keep it alive. It's a 2-on-3. And 100 Thieves, they have plenty of time to work with here.
Such good trigger discipline. I think that was Mr. Fiend that we saw that one, if I'm not mistaken there, Les. Oh, that's... Oh, I'm so frustrated for him.
Those are the, those are the really nail-biting situations. I mean, you're making a sick play. You're like, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm in a good spot, and then miss. You're like, oh boy, what's gonna happen now?
Not like this, they said. We've all had those moments and trying to shake that off going forward. I land a frag trade for trade as 100 Thieves attempt to get into sight here. 2 versus 1. It's all on Alexander. He's had so many clutches this game. Can he pull another one through to get them onto legs 11, onto round number 11?
Alexander to keep things going, getting closer and closer to getting them to match point. A 1-on-2 versus Hiko, and he's completely posted up on top of logs, but he's getting... Oh, that's Nitro. My apologies. Nitro going to be able to give him a full face of lead. Only 1 round behind, and I feel like that's kind of been the story so far in Haven, is 100 Thieves. They always seem to claw their way back and be only 1 round short.
Can't even imagine the players in the server. I'm sweating watching this game. 10-9 is the score, and that 1 round literally has been all that separates both these teams for quite a while. I think it was 2-0 or 3-0, and straight off the goose egg, 100 Thieves. They haven't really stopped going full since then. Moon Raccons giving it that same vigor. Both teams, they've got more games to play. I don't know if they've been told. This isn't the best of 1, lads. Maybe that's what you tell them.
You got more than 1 map, guys. Did you know that? I mean, best of 3s, and that's kind of the endurance we talk about on this higher level. I mean, these guys are definitely used to it, but when you're having these close of rounds and this close of a scoreline, it can really change things. But Profi going to be falling down already, getting a little bit over-aggressive. And I'm not sure if he was just trying to be looking for more information, but that's a good start from 100 Thieves. They haven't been winning every single duel every time initially, but they seem to now.
You love to see some more attempts, especially from Nitro. He's got that precision. You know he's got that aim on lock. Don't need to question that. And making it work on the low. They've been rotating between Steel, Nitro, whoever feels like it and takes a fancy. This could be good for any of those rotators, just covering it off. And they've got sight on lock as well. So 100 Thieves, they're in a good position here.
Yeah, the fact that they already have all 5 members in the site to get the spike planted. No issues yet, but now Moon Raccons getting ready for the retake. Here now looking to find more. That's going to be a full blind Alexander. Now they're pushing through, but that's going to be steal. But that's Alexander, death from above. Pulls through the spray, making it the 2-on-3. The Hunter's Fury connects, and Hiko again and again. He's able to make it work.
Loves his Hunter's Fury, doesn't he? And somehow, some way, they're going to turn that one around. So chaos into the last couple of seconds there. We're getting lost to the chaos as well. It's 10-10, 100 Thieves. I believe that's a 3K from Nitro there, eh?
Yeah, Nitro pulled up a 3K, and I mean, it was so fast, it was hard to even keep track. I mean, you think Hiko might, might get a double with that Hunter's Fury, but like I said, you don't need to get necessarily every frag. Obviously, that's the best thing you want to do with it, but it's such a good diversion because essentially the spike planner has to get off of that spot unless you're just going to take the damage. But a very good round, and 100 Thieves have completely made this back to even score, playing field 10-10.
Talk about this too often, and I'm going to mention it. As we go up the tier of the ladder of FPS, you see more of those one-on-one rounds. Almost every round has been a 2 versus 1 or a 1 versus 1. Hunter's Fury coming through again. Hiko just teasing with a good time and only giving him the 30 HP, the lick of damage. So not too much work from the Hunter's Fury. Alexander, though, making it happen here.
Yeah, Alexander playing a bit of an off angle just on the sewers of Short A. Takes down Steel. Nitro finds another to make this back to the 4-4. And you can see Moon Raccons, they're not really anticipating any sort of siege yet. They're actually just playing outside of it. And that information gathering, that is going to be from temperature. So it looks like 100 Thieves Thieves are getting ready for potentially another A execute.
Talk about this earlier and talk about again C and the ABC. It's so difficult to know which side's going to be pushed. It is going to be C Inter. Mr. Alexander landing the 3K. This could be a really spicy round here. Potentially the A's feed Nitro. He's going to see otherwise though. He wants none of that.
Yeah, Nitro's been...
Oh,
Nitro's
4K.
been...
Sorry.
No, that's okay. And I mean, Nitro, like 24 frags. I mean, he's definitely one of the players that, you know, made the transition to Valorant. So, I mean, the fact that he's on top of the game, you know, statistically, that's huge.
He did have a slow start to the game though, so if that's for anyone at any level of play, if you have that slow start, do not write yourself off. There's still time to play. You can rely on teammates, and you did mention that earlier on, lads. It isn't just one player putting everyone in their backpack. Sure, Nitro's having a cracking game, and that's why he's been signed to this 100 Thieves roster. But all of the players, those individual plays, making such a difference.
So you're saying I have an opportunity to get at a higher level, coach? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now?
No, I'm trying to say I want to get on your level. Teach me. Teach me the ways. Teach me.
Only, I'm not even going to say my rank, but nonetheless, a little bit more or less about us. I mean, look at this rank back and forth garage. It's a big sale, and Nitro, we've talked about him before, and that's a double kill that's going to come through him. And already so early on, 1 minute and 14 left. We're already down to a 2-2.
Killjoy Sova versus the Sova Cypher. So the Sova twins. Hiko trying to prove he is the better with the arrows there. Still, though, on that slow lurk, and this is the play. This is the focus. Look at this. He's a ninja. He's on the creep.
Yeah, this is a really good play from Steel. He was a bit slow on it, but he might be able to find Profi if he picks his timing right. And Hiko, they know he's there. Steel tries to get that frag, but he's just not able to fast enough. So it is just Hiko by himself. The Lone Ranger, the clutch master himself, a 1-on-2 to keep things going, to make it back to the 11-11. Otherwise, Moon Raccons going to be putting themselves on that 12th match point. That's going to be that, and that's going to be 12-10, and only one more round to go for Moon Raccons.
3K coming through from Moon Raccons, and if I might say, the clutches from Moon Raccons, they come through at the perfect time. None of their frags are flashy, but it doesn't need to be because they're turning the trades in, and that 3K coming through is another player from Moon Raccons. So many. There's too many to mention. The team plays, they're showing. It's 12-10.
12-10, and now 100 Thieves, your backs are against the wall, and look at the money. Look at what they have to work with. Dicey, he's the only person that has the biggest threat. I mean, when we're talking about weapons, he's got the Phantom. But they're going to have to make something work, and they don't even have any ults yet.
This is desperate times, desperate measures. If you are 100 Thieves, you expect to see that quick pick and just push. They really don't have too much of a choice here. A Sheriff and 2 Ghosts is not optimum for that match point of the opposing team, but they're going to have to make it work. What's the play going to be, though?
When you talk about getting nervous, I think this is it. I mean, Hiko going to be using the drone, going to be that first point of entry, just getting as much information as possible. I don't think they know that Alexander's actually in the back of the site as he's playing very, very passive, not peeking at all. And again, Steel going to be the lurk, making a bit of diversion. Having the 4-1 split. Times are getting a bit tight here. Tension, it's high.
I was about to say, look at the time, mate. It's called 30 seconds, still a 5 versus 5. And finally, 100 Thieves the sooner. Look at that aggression. A Ghost, he doesn't care. He's still popping off it, doing his best to try and lock it down. We've run it back, and that's going to get some site control. Maybe, just maybe, 100 Thieves could hang on here. It's a thread. It's such a thin thread.
And Steel, he might be able to play this perfectly. He might be able to find maybe in the window. That's going to be the trade frags going back through garage, but you can see Profi getting ready. He actually hears them, so getting ready for now. The recon bullet going to come through, and that's going to be Asuna throwing the curveball, which does land. Spike getting diffused, but that's going to be a good shot to start things off. And now the spike, it's not being diffused, but now it's finally going through, and that's, oh my gosh, they stay alive. Dicey, the savior for 100 Thieves. They steal that round away.
Give me a second. That could not be more clutch. if 100 Thieves tried there. They've been practicing at the Cash Out Bootcamp, and it's showing up here. 12-11 is the score. Everything on the line for this last round. 100 Thieves is make or break, baby. Bet, attack at all if you're on the side of 100 Thieves.
I'm oh my god, like, I mean, the fact that it was so close, you could see the spike, it was being diffused, it was a sliver, and the fact that Dicey just runs in there, guns blazing, picks up the double frag. This is huge, because now they're only one round away from tying things up, and a little bit more pressure now for Moon Raccons, and that's going to be a bit tilting, considering it was right there, the glimpse of glory.
Super tilt, dudes. Hiko trying to tilt him further, tripping the tripwire of his Cypher with his recon drone and just edging forwards. Nerves of Steel here, 100 Thieves, bit more versed with that experience, and it's showing up. Is this going to be another super clutch round, I wonder? C looks like the approach.
But now we see 100 Thieves. They're doing kind of what we saw before in that first half, where they, you know, they make a little bit of noise in one area, but then decide we're going to fall back and not even go that area at all. So now they're getting mid control once more. Not really a lot of fight here from the defensive side.
I really want to see OT in the first map of this best of 3 here. For 100 Thieves, you're betting for it, but Moon Raccons, they are sweating and hoping they can close this one out. Only 30 seconds left, 28 seconds. Nothing's happened yet. No one's fragged.
Nothing's happened at all. And now look at this. This is actually a bit of a change. So Moon Raccons, they respond back in good fashion. Spike will be planted from Dicey. Having his teammate right behind him, Nitro playing on top of the tall box, and C. They're gonna have to time their utility perfectly because there's still 5 members of Moon Raccons waiting. And look at the mini-map, they're completely stuck. They're just waiting in the side of spawn on the defender's side.
Oh, there's a conga line waiting to storm in. This is nerve-wracking. This is nerve-wracking if you're a player or if you're a spectator. One because you go for a temperature. A double here. A triple from Nitro. It's a 2 versus 1, and this is going to be all on Hiko here. He's got to dodge Hunter's Fury if he wants any chance to survive. He's going to manage it. It's Sober on Sober, Laz.
Sober on Sober, both are so low, and Hiko 27 HP with Froggy being down to 6, and he gets the spray, but there's not going to be enough time.
Is there time?
And
Is
we're
there time?
going
Is this going to OT?
Oh my god,
Woo!
we're going to overtime. First map, 100 Thieves have made the climb. Mount Everest, call it the Mount of Raccoons. It doesn't matter. Moon Raccons, I mean, I'm speechless.
Moon Raccons, one great step for man, another for a raccoon, if you will. 12-12, you've taken yourself to overtime in this first map of the best of 3 against 100 Thieves. Bet 100 Thieves were not expecting that. VOD watches, I'm telling you, there has to be something special here about Moon Raccons. Maybe they are just the next roster to watch. Either way, welcome to Nerd Street Gaming. This right here is the first right qualifiers. I am the coach runner 1. I am with Laz here, and we are going to be the ones spitting the words over this OT. So get ready, buckle in, here we go.
Busting those rhymes, 12-12 OT. Map number 1. I'm completely lost for words, but the climb has been achieved. And the magnitude that we've seen back and forth from both teams has been tremendous.
Can casters call a timeout because that was too much?
You know, I feel the same way. I'm like, you know, these guys are nervous. Like, man, I'm nervous, and we're only commentating it.
We're sitting in the back seat. We're just watching, and it's me, Alexander, watching from Suicide, having a peek. But you're seeing again, the pace has changed. They're starting to play it a bit slow, and they're looking to see if 100 Thieves are going to give them anything at all here. 50 seconds.
Yeah, a very different play that we're seeing from Moon Raccons, and now Rebo actually going to get close, so that should be the camera that will be placed. Able to spot things out. And this is a really good placement, obviously, because now you get a lot of information creeping through. Just inside of Heaven, going to be blocked off. Smokes the Omen, so the spike will be planted. Able to get into this site. It's a 5-on-5 situation, and then nothing's happened yet.
It's still 5-on-5. We're getting so many of these. Finally, Nitro, he's going to break the ice there. Omen taking out Sofa, and it's going to be the 5 versus 4. So this retake looking a bit brighter, but it's looking bleak all of a sudden. Feet, not enough of the op.
And now Nitro knows positioning. for the Reyna, so now it's going to have to be about dragging power, and he's able to pick a triple, but Hiko not able to make anything work, and Rebo pulls up the double kill, and Moon Raccons, they pick up that first round of overtime.
Is anyone taking a tally of how many 3Ks Nitro has got this bloody game? I've lost count. I've absolutely lost count. Trio, triple, baby. So many 3Ks, dude. So many.
It's completely ludicrous. I mean, the guy, he's just putting up big numbers, but even with those numbers, you can see it's not enough. It's just 100 Thieves, they don't always seem to capitalize on that. And Moon Raccons always seem to fall back and have a way of making things work out for them.
They do, and that former CS Liquid captain, he has to be sweating, man. Sweaty palms and the whole 9 yards. 13-12, 100 Thieves. It's all on the line here. It's a must-win.
The must-win situation. Map number 1 for anybody that isn't aware, but I think we all know. And now another slow round. 100 Thieves. Cool as a cucumber. Not doing anything too aggressive yet. Steel, again, being the lurk, just trying to find that information. Getting some real estate as slowly as possible. That's going to be Fiend. Makes the op connection already.
Punished just for that little jiggle, Pete. You got to respect Steel. Going for that intel, trying to make something work and forcing the issue. That aggressive playstyle is going to be punished. It's the 5 versus 4. It's advantage to Moon Raccons.
Giving a slight player advantage for the Moon Raccons. Feisty little animals they are.
My goodness, I wouldn't want to be trapped in the room with one of those guys. I wouldn't make it out alive, mate. They wouldn't recognize me.
Oh, Nitro, he looks at the wrong time. Rebo, the element of surprise, and it pans out. It's only 1 frag, but that's a big frag. That's one of the top fraggers in the entire server, and especially on the 100 Thieves squad. Going to be putting that spike in towards B. Now looking at a 4-on-3 situation. Alexander moving his way through A-Link. Now, this is all down to the post-plant situation. They're going to have to come alive, leaving it only just down to 2. Hiko and also Dicey. Hiko goes for double, and now it's all down to him. This is going to have to be a quad kill for him to pull things through. Hiko alive. He's able to get the triple, and he doesn't know where the last player is. Alexander, he's creeping. These guys.
Ring around the rosies. Ring around the rosies, and he's creeping out. Hiko, he doesn't know. He's got no intel at all.
Oh, and he's using the Hunter's Fury, and that's a good way to beat the time, and he makes the
No
connection!
way.
Clutch Master
No way.
Hiko!
How does he do that?
Game.
How does he get Hunter's Fury in his back pocket? Like it's a pog. He's the pog champ. It's a yo-yo. He's doing all the tricks. Every single time, it at least picks up 1 frag. And in the turn of events there, that was the only frag that was needed to be picked up by that ult, and making it the second overtime, ladies and gents. It's 13-13.
I feel like we're casting a grand final the way this game is going.
This is the grand final of the qualifiers as far as I'm concerned. Best of 1. Sorry, best of 3. More like a best of 1. Getting me confused.
And that's, you know, and I was talking about that before, and just having the discipline to wait things out and not burn through everything of utility that you have. It makes the biggest difference. And we saw that Hiko, he had the Hunter's Fury and used it as late as possible. And he was able to actually connect that as well. The cherry on top. My goodness.
This is a tug of war, Laz. It's like the older brother, the younger brother. No, it's mine. No, it's mine. They're going back and forth, and they don't seem to be resolving the issue.
Now switching things off, so 13-13. Still plenty of time left on the clock. Going to be pushing their way in. That's Moon Raccons getting into this B site, but that's going to be Asuna just on the back. Post it up. He's going to be able to find the head of 1, able to find the 2, but he will now fall. And that's a good way to start things off for 100 Thieves. Spike should be planted in Nitro, able to find another, so only just leaving it to the 2-on-4 post-plant situation, just making it down to Fiend. He's got an operator in a dream, 4 bullets left. Every bullet counts at this moment.
Better be a smooth operator. He better be a smooth operator with this 3 versus 1.
No!
Oh! That no-scope, man. That's got to be a pixel above his head. That was so close.
I'm a little bit surprised he went for the no-scope. I mean, it doesn't have the noise. But instead, you know, he's like, hey, want to see a cool shot? And miss.
Want to see this play? Not today. For that one, at least. The no-scope. No bueno. 14-13. That's what a few teammates in the team chat What were you thinking, my dude? Why are you no-scoping? None of that.
Oh, that is sensational. Match point for the overtime. 100 Thieves, 14-13. And now Moon Raccoons, they're in the position where they need to get this round to going further into overtime.
They did have that lead by a couple of rounds at the beginning. Talking of a lead still, pinching the lead with the entry there. Not a player who's seen get too many entries, hasn't had too much success, but Alexander going to return fire, removing Steel. Asuna backing the hell out of Dodge and saying, I'm going to look elsewhere.
Now slowing things down, Nitro just going to be posted inside the courtyard, just in that little cubby. Going to be able to throw the utility needed to block things off of the teammates. And we can see it's actually going to be that's trying to get a little bit more in a different position, a bit more exposed, just falling apart, and now it's all just down to Alexander, the 1-on-4 coach.
Oh, mate, we've seen him do so many clutches, but I think this is a tall order. We've talked about tall glasses. This is the table full of pitchers here. I don't think he's going to be able to chug it all. Time shall tell, though. But time's a ticking. That spike, it's not getting any shorter or any longer, I should say.
Going to be changing the op now for the Vandal. Got a fancy Dragon op, or Vandal as well, so getting some style points. But this is a really hard task, and 100 Thieves, they have to completely throw this away. But look at the double tap. That's a really good way to start things off. But there's 3 members. They just need to peek wide.
Oh.
Good effort on the shooting, but that is going to be that. 100 Thieves take map number 1.